Hey, what's up, guys? We'll wait here a couple minutes, about 8 minutes or so before we start. All right. But I figure I just put it up already. I hope all of y'all could hear me well. Thing I'm saying, because that'll be nice. All right. I'll be back. Oi! All right, man. If you're here, just go ahead and say, "Hey, I'm here." I don't know who's exactly on here. We'll wait a minute or so. Yo, who's here? That's it. Oh, Matthias is on. Abby and Audrey, there you go. Braylon, thank you. Willow, what's up? Hey, Emma. Alexia, what's going on? Let's wait a couple minutes here, maybe one more minute or so. Hopefully more people log in. Are y'all hearing me right? It's all good? All right. If you could hear me, I'll be great, man. Just let me know. I see Dylan, Austin. There you go. Sasha. All right. All righty. What else we got here? Hello, Maria. Hello, Braylon. Nick, my man. All right. All right. So we're going to start doing this, guys, because as you know, right now, everything seems to be, not coming back to normal. Schools are shutting down. First it was, till the end of March, and now I think they're going a little further down. And I'm almost sure they're going to also do it to us as well, go down probably to April 15th, maybe even longer. It's not certain yet, but today I got a call that all the SEALs programs are being pushed back to May, I think it is. So the entire month of April, they're not going to do SEALs. And, usually one domino falls, then the other dominoes fall. We may not be able to get back in the water in the month of April. It's not only us, guys. This is everyone is in this situation right now. I could tell you from some of my swimmers in college, as you guys know, Danielle is back home. And even Stanford swimming, man, Anya is back home in Indiana and trying to figure out where they're going to be able to swim. Some of their best swimmers are out of the water right now, and they're trying to find a way and a place that they could actually train. So everybody's on this same boat. We're not the only ones, but the one thing we could do is we're going to keep trying to keep working out and keep you guys active. That's the big thing. I know I give you guys dryland, and I'm sure all of you guys are doing it. I'm almost certain that all of you guys are doing it. So what I want to start doing really is start getting ready for the new season. Regardless if we're in the water or not, we got to get ready, whether it is goal setting or our new exercises to add to our routine, which I got a few. That's why you see the stability ball, the physio ball back there, and a couple of things. I'm going to focus today on pretty much 3 exercises for backstroke and 3 exercises for breaststroke. All right. mainly more upper body stuff, because doing super legs is going to be actually huge for our legs. Super legs is one of those things that just burns. Okay, if you guys are doing a little extra, this is where I want you guys to be careful. Okay, if you're doing more than the dry land that I give you, it's perfectly fine as long as you're able to do the dry land the next day. If you're hurting to the point that you can't do it anymore, then you're pushing yourself to the verge of injury, and you got to be careful with that. The dry land is not meant to absolutely kill you. It's meant to hit certain muscles that I want to strengthen. That's the big thing. So regardless if we're not in the water or we're not able to go in the water in the whole month of April, hopefully it's only till the 15th. We don't have a date yet. That's the problem right now, is we do not have a date on when we could return. All we know is that they're more than likely will not let us return on March the 30th or whatever that date was. So with that being said, again, I want to move on and to start thinking about what we're going to do for long course season. If this thing keeps going and keeps going to the next month and the next 15 days and so on, we're going to keep doing what we do best, and that's keep working out, keep training. So when we are able to get back in the water, at least we'll be in a great shape. May not be water shape, but we're going to be strong. We're going to have, the core that we need, the strength in our arms that we need, the strength in our legs that we need. And all we need to do is just put a lot more water work once we get back in there. Okay, technique's going to be huge and very important. So again, guys, don't kill yourselves. Do enough to make yourself hurt and tired, but enough that you could also do it the next day and the next day and the next day. Okay, let's start out. First of all, I want to set some goals, man. As a team, I think it's very important that we set goals. I know we all say the same thing. In the group meet, we talked about, we want to grind harder. We got to train harder. We got to, make sure we're doing our techniques or whatever. And all that is great. Okay. So as a team, I think our big goals are always going to be to get faster and break records in our team. Our team records are being broken pretty much from meet to meet. Okay, I want you guys to start thinking on that, thinking on those big goals, thinking about getting faster. How are we going to get faster? What are we going to do? So when you're setting goals, there are a couple things I want you to do. First, not only the time. So when you break down, say you're 100 backstroke or 100 breaststroke, whatever, don't just say, oh, I want to go at 58 or 57, or I want to go at 59. Don't just say that. Understand what you got to do that. What does your split got to look like in meters and in yards? Okay, if you're not motivated by time, that's okay, but you still got to understand how to swim it. Well, I don't want to see any more of us going to a meet and swimming the 200 free where we go out too easy or we go out too hard and die at the end. Right, Nick? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have to understand how to swim the events. That's the most important part. So when you're setting your time goals, break it down. Break it down. I need to go out this fast on the first 25, or I need to go out this fast at the 15-meter mark, and then at the 50 mark, I have to go this fast. So your breakout to your 15-meter, and then your breakout at your turn at the 50-meter mark. Break that down. Try to understand something that makes sense to you. Okay, it's not necessarily just me telling you what the split should be. I want you to know what the split should be when you guys are swimming it and are training for it. If you have to go at 28 or 27 to break the minute in the 100 yards back, then you need to understand that. Okay. What's up, Vito? What's up, Anna? All right. You guys need to understand those things. Okay. So when you're setting the goals, again, break it down as much as you can in whatever makes you understand what you need to do to get faster. Okay, that's just times. The other way we break down the goals is talking about technique. What part of your event do you need to work on? Okay, and what do you want to do to work on it? What is it the things you need to do? Okay, so if you tell me my turn needs to be faster, I need to work on my back skull. Well, that's what I want you to put that down. Write it down. Make sure that you understand that this is what you need to do. You guys get me? Okay. You need to understand that, look, if I want to work on my back skull, then I got to work that back skull. How many turns do we do in one practice? Okay. And if your plan, when you, because I'm gonna have all of you guys send me your goals to my email. The one thing I'm gonna tell you this: please send it to me via your parents' email. Don't send it to me in your personal email. Okay. We gotta respect Say Sport as much as we can. So make sure you send it to me via your parents' email. If I see your name, I ain't answering it. Okay. All right. Just your parents' email. Write your name. Let me know what your goals are. That's what I want you to do. Okay. Now, when you do the technique stuff, I'm going to read that. And based on that, I'm going to start sending you some dryland. So say, like I was telling you, you told me if somebody says, I want to work my back skull. But what's going to help us with the back skull? If you actually think about the technique of it, what's going to help you with the back skull? Curls. Curls. Curls are going to help you with the back skull. Okay? And you need to understand that. So if you send me something that you think you need to do, I'm going to work with that and try to develop drylands, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm developing drylands for individual people. I'm not going to do the same dryland that I do with Levi, do it with Nick. That makes no sense. Okay? I need to do dryland for Levi separately than I do the rest of you guys. Okay? So, again, when you're writing your goals, I don't just want times and the breakdown on times. I want technique issues. All right? I want technique issues. Don't worry about the weights, guys. Don't worry about the weights, okay? I'll let you guys know how we're going to do some weights and how you could do it. It's very simple things. I don't want you guys lifting a whole ton of weights unless your name is Max Farmer, Nick Wilson, Michael Tapler, Wyatt Griffin, and they could maybe push a little more weights than most of you. Okay, Schwabe and those guys, you guys, you don't have to do a lot of crazy weights. Just do a lot of repetitions is more important. Repetitions, the actual motion, working the motion. So don't worry about the weights, okay? The motion is more important. All right. So again, let's do it again. We'll repeat it one more time. Goals, times, breakdown, whether it's meters or yards, or you could do them both. Okay. Technique, understand your weaknesses. If you understand your weaknesses, then we'll be right on the money. Okay. If you don't know your weaknesses, then we could have the conversation. Okay. You could say, Coach, I'm not sure. What do you think? Just let me know in the email and we'll talk about it. I'll email back and forward and try to figure out exactly what we need to work on. I more or less know most of you, but I want to see what you thinking, because you're the one in the water and you have some ideas. And if you let me know those ideas, we could work together, because that's what this is about. It's about working together to make sure we actually develop the right type of dryland, the right technique, and the right training when we get back in the water, so you could get faster. Okay. All right. And the other part of this is more you guys understanding the mental aspect of what you're writing down and the emotional aspect of what you're writing down. Okay. We're not just talking about writing down crazy things and, hopefully coach has a magic pill. No, you need to understand what you're writing down, what it takes, what it entails for you to be able to accomplish the goal that you wrote down. Okay. Emotionally, understanding the amount of practice and the reality of how much intensity you need to put into your work when you're doing it. Okay. That's what I need you also to do. But that's between you and your goals and what you're writing, because you need to understand that mentally and emotionally what you are trying to tell your coach, what you're trying to tell me and Coach Lindsay and Coach Trey and Coach Corley about what you want to accomplish. The more I understand you, the better I could figure out how to train you. Okay. Unfortunately, swimming and most sports is not like one size fits all. I don't believe in a one size fits all system. I believe that every single one of you has strengths and weaknesses, and every single one of you are able to do things correctly. In a way, I'm not saying it this like that, but just understand what I'm trying to say. Being out of the pool is going to help us think a little better about how we swim. So when we get back, it's kind of like a reset. We reset in what we're doing. Okay, we are resetting what we're doing, and that's what sometimes we need. Sometimes we need a little break just to reset our mind into what exactly we're gonna train. Okay, what exactly we're trying to fix. If we have bad backstroke starts, understand how we're going to fix it when we get back in the water. It's going to be like, you guys know how it is when you go a couple of weeks without swimming. When you get back, you feel like you haven't swum in years. Okay? That's a reset button. All we got to do is work the muscles that we haven't worked and focus on those techniques. So, again, goals, break down the times, give me your technique thoughts and things that you think you need to improve. Okay? And really understand what you're doing, both mentally and emotionally. That to me is important. Send me that when you guys are done with that. You don't have to do it tonight. You know, you got a little time. I don't think we'll be back in the water next week. I doubt it. From what they told me today, Chad and Thomas, I think we're closing down for hopefully just another 2 weeks. But we're gonna keep doing this every day. That's what it seems like. Hopefully it's just 2 weeks. I mean, who knows? It might be worse. But we're gonna keep doing this, and I want to try to do this almost at least Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Talk to you guys, give you new dryland stuff that you could do, or maybe replace something that became kind of easy and make something harder. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and do an entire dryland with you. No, I'm not doing that. Y'all gonna be crazy if you think I'm gonna do that. All right. But we could definitely work something out. Okay, so I'm gonna send the email that I want you guys to send it to me with. And again, guys, send me your goals via your parents' emails, not your individual emails. I know some of you got your own emails. Send it to me via your parents' emails. That's a very important thing to make sure we're obeying what you call it, safe sport. All right. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk to you guys, I told you guys, I'm gonna give you 3 more exercises. Mainly is the focus on backstroke and breaststroke. Okay. So the first one that I want to do, if you don't have a physio ball, a stability ball, go get one. If you have one, great. If you don't have one, we'll figure it out. There's a couple things that we could do in order to replace what we're doing. So the first thing I want to do is the seated physio ball abdominal hold. Okay. And this exercise, all right, it's mainly for the backstroke start. Yes, Maria, I was thinking about you when I did this. Okay. But it's not just Maria. It's a lot of you guys got a lot. Our backstroke starts are quite bad. Okay. I'm just being honest. We need to work on our backstroke starts. Okay. So if you got a physio ball, all right, physio ball. So again, it's seated physio ball abdominal holds. Okay. Now the hard part about this exercise is maintaining your feet down on the ground. Okay. You want to lay back about a 45-degree angle from the floor. All right. Once you get here, all you're gonna do, okay, all you're gonna do is one, all right, it's kind of a crunch. All right. You're gonna crunch in the abs, and as you raise your arm up, you're gonna hold. Okay, now that's your backstroke stroke right there. Okay, that's also the start. All right, so again, you're gonna hold tight here, legs nice and tight. Try not to, let go of the legs, nice and tight. And again, up and down. Other arm, up and down. All right, very basic exercise. Simple, but we're working on the backstroke start motion and also on your actual stroke. So when you're doing the exercise, make sure, again, thumb, pinky, boom, hold and back down. Okay? Hold and back down. If I were to do this and add it to my dryland routine, I would do 3 times 15, right and left being 1. Okay? That's what I would do. 3 times 15. That's going to help you with your chest, and it's going to help you also with your backstroke start. All right? Now, another exercise for your backstroke start, if you don't have the physio ball, it's just a crunch, but on the ball. And if you're doing the crunch on the ball right here, okay, you're not going to stop here. You're going to continue past it. All right, and then come back in. Continue past it and come back in. And you got to make sure you're engaging your abs. If you're not engaging your abs, then you put in all the pressure on your lower back. And you don't want to do that. You want the abs to be engaged, so you create that power. Okay? Create the power of the back of your abs as you're trying to arch. As you could tell with the ball, I'm able to arch. You want that arch. You want to get used to that arch. All right? Make sense? So if you don't have a ball, if you don't have a physio ball, as you know, I have 150 million soccer balls in my house. And this was a little deflated, which is what I would want. Okay? And it will be kind of the same motion. All right? You put it right there on your lower back. And all you're doing is crunching back. I'm back forward. Crunching back. I'm back forward. Now, this is not about speed. Okay? It's about doing it correctly. This is going to help us actually get that arch as well on our backstroke start. I think that's huge. And that's absolutely very, very, very important. Okay? So you guys got those two exercises. You understand it? Any questions on that? No? All right, that's good. No questions, no comments. That's beautiful. All right, next thing. This is now an exercise for backstroke that is, it's all about your deltoids, okay? So we're looking at forward dumbbell deltoid raises. So deltoid raises forwards. If you don't have dumbbells, you don't have to worry about it. You could use a gallon of milk. You can do whatever you want. You could use a bucket. That's why I brought that bucket back there. Okay. If you got one of these plates, you can use a plate. That's perfectly fine. If you don't have a plate, no big deal. All right. So again, and this one, let me raise this camera up a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. And it's a forward deltoid raise, guys. It's pretty simple. So all it is, standing like your backstroke. You're going to reach forward like you're doing backstroke. Okay. Reach up and back down. Okay. Reach up and back down. All you're doing is working that forward deltoid, that pec muscle, okay? And your deltoid muscle, okay? Now, if you don't have one of these or a dumbbell or anything like that, use a bucket, okay? And fill it up with water. Just don't make a mess because your mom's going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Or your dad will kill you, either or. And you can put stuff in it. Like I will put, I put them all three in there. And all I'm going to do is the same exact thing, same exact motion. Let me do my left. All right, same exact motion. Just stand here, raise up, and back down. Okay, raise up and back down. That's it. Nothing to it. You can use anything you want to. You don't have to. What is the position of the? Depends on what you're using. I mean, some people may have dumbbells, some people don't. So yes, the backstroke is supposed to be here. But we're actually working on the deltoid muscle and your pec muscles. So as long as you could get the motion to here, you're fine. If you're grabbing something here, fine. If you saw me when I grabbed my plate, I was grabbing the plate here. Okay, I put it here and I kind of rotated. I rotated a little bit, okay, because I could do it with a plate. You could do it with a dumbbell. But if you have a bucket, the most important thing is the actual motion. Just getting the motion up. All right, just get the motion up. That's the most important part because all we're doing is working your pec and your deltoid muscles. Okay, does that one make sense? You know what? Don't put too much weight that you can't do more than 12 reps. Okay, so you want to put enough weight to be able to get at least 10 reps in. But not too much, not too little that you could exceed 12. Does that make sense? So enough weight to get to 10, but not too little that you exceed in 12. So just kind of range it correctly. You got to know exactly what you're doing. Like I said, if you don't have weights, it's not necessarily about how heavy it is. It's the motion that is important. Just raising up, finding that motion to raise up, boom, and hold and come back down. The motion is the important part. Okay, so are we good in those 3 backstroke exercises? I hope so. Any questions on that? No questions? All right, that's good. Very basic, simple exercises. Backstroke start and work in the upper body of the backstroke, okay? Legs, I know I always say backstroke is a leg stroke. We work legs all the time. If that's what you have, you could use a can of soup. You know, I would do three times 12 at most. You know, for each arm. If you have you know, if you have if you have two of these guys, okay, I would absolutely just two of them. Just go. You know, that would be one. Right and left is always one, and 3 times 12. That would be what I would do. Yeah, makes sense. 3 times 10 is fine. You know, again, you want to get enough weight to get to 10, but not too little that you exceed 12. So 10 to 12 is fine. I always try to aim for 12. That's just my goal. It's always been my thing to aim for 12. Okay. The ab crunches, in my opinion, you add it to the DCS special, the ab DCS special. You kids all know the ab routine. Just add it to it. Whether you're doing 45 seconds or a minute, add the crunches to the routine at the end. So that's what your 8th exercise inside of that routine. And you add that just to get that motion, again, that arching motion, and those abs into it. Probably, Braylon, you got to test it out. If 8 pounds is good, I mean, that's fine. I could tell you right now, I was just using a 10-pound plate, and I felt good. But, you know, when you're doing it 3 times 10 or 3 times 12, you know, you got to test it out. If you can't do 3 times 12 at 8 pounds, then drop the weight. Okay, or 3 times 10. Okay, you know, you have to test it out first. So you might start off a little heavy. You all might start off heavy. If you go one round and you're able to do 12, and the second round you're like, oh my gosh, this is hurting me. By the third round, you're like, man, I could only do 4. That means you have to drop the weight, because I want you to complete all rounds. All right. I want you to complete all the rounds. I don't want you to just do, you know, oh, I'm a big guy. All right, Schwabe, if you're there, you're listening. Okay. Don't do that. All right. Just do what you can. It's about the reps, and it's about the motion. The motion is the important stuff. The motion of the backstroke. Okay, that's what I want you to focus on. I want you focusing on how much weights I could do, or how big I am, and none of that stuff. We're not talking about that. Okay, so it's going to be a trial and error situation for the first probably 2-3 days. Test it out. You know, if you don't have weights, you got a bucket like mine, you fill it up with water, and you know, you're like, oh man, it's too heavy. You empty it out a little bit, fill out a little more water, empty it out, or whatever you need to do in order to get it right. Okay. So again, you have to test. It's going to be a trial and error thing. For the next couple of weeks, we'll add this exercise to everything that's going to change. The dryland that I sent you guys is going to change here in another week. But this exercise is something you could keep adding to it. Okay. All right. Now, this is a cool one. I think the breaststroke exercise, I enjoy them. I'm a breaststroker. I've always been a breaststroker. So what's not on the floor? I don't get that. All right. Anyways, Levi, I'm not understanding your question. Okay. Anyways. All right. So the breaststroke exercises. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the scapular push-ups. Now, we're going to do it a little bit different. Okay. As you can tell, my nice, beautiful pink mat that my girls have for their gymnastic stuff, which is gorgeous. All right. So again, when we're talking about the scapular push-ups, this time we're going to change it. We usually do them up here, right? I don't want you to do them up there. I want you to go down on your elbow, okay? You're going down on your elbows right here. You're going to hold that plank. Now, this is all for breaststroke right here. It's mainly breaststroke and fly, okay? But you're going to dip in on that chest. Now, you notice that my hip is up. I didn't drop my hip. I didn't do this, okay? You keep your hip up. You're going to dip in the chest and then dip out. Dip in that chest and dip out, okay? Dip in and dip out. What motion am I doing right here? What motion am I doing right there? That's the motion of the breaststroke coming up. Okay? So again, all you're doing, you're going to hold that plank right here. Hold your hip up. And you're going to dip down. Up. Down. Up. Don't let your hip drop with you. Okay? Keep your hip up. Drop. Okay? Very simple scapular push-up. Just a little change to it. If I'm going to do that scapular push-up, that one I will do 3 times 20. Yeah, I'm a little crazy on that one. I think On the elbows, yes. Let's do them on the elbows, just the way I just did it, okay? 3 times 20. But again, make sure you're dipping the chest down. Do not let your hip drop down with you. You can if you want to. You could replace it. I mean, this is the thing, guys. You could either add it or replace. Don't feel the need that you have to add it. If you feel like an exercise in your routine, okay, you kind of like, man, this is kind of easy. I got this down, and you want to replace it. Go ahead and replace it. You don't necessarily have to add it. I don't want you guys doing, an hour and a half worth of dryland every day. That'll be crazy, okay? Because it's more about technique and gaining the endurance. It's not about killing you. I'm going to keep saying this is not about killing you. You're going to strengthen yourself up by repetitions, not by doing a whole mess of dryland. Okay? I know sometimes, it's like, man, I should be in the water. I got to do something extra. If you really want to do something extra, go for a jog, a walk, a bicycle ride if you can. Who knows? Hopefully they let you out. If not, you do like some of those videos we've been watching where people put oil in their floor and then they start jogging right there in the ceramic floor. I'm just kidding. All right. So, but don't exaggerate in the amount of dryland. Replace if you need to replace. All right. Okay. The next one is a scapular dip. Now, in this one, you're going to need chairs. All right. So I'm going to move this in 2 different ways. As you can tell, I just got my garage chairs. This is my guys. Okay. Let me put this here. This way. Okay. Let me get the camera over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. So again, this is another breaststroke one. It's all about scapular muscles. Okay. You're going to hold up. So it's a dip. All you're doing is a dip. Okay. Right up here. Okay. You're going to squeeze the abs in. Make sure you side by side with your torso. You don't want it up front. You don't want it too back. Side by side, right at your side, parallel to your torso. Okay, right in here. And again, it's a scapular dip. So what are we doing? We're dipping down, dipping up, dipping down, dipping up, dipping down, dipping up. And in this exercise, like any other exercise we always do, because we're swimmers, what are we working on? Core. You got to make sure your core is engaged. Okay? The core has to be engaged. If you're not engaged in your core, if you're not aware of your core, then you need to do the exercise that I showed you guys. The one that you breathe in, breathe it out, and then you suck in your abs and try to feel the abs. You need to start practicing that exercise. Because that exercise is going to allow you to understand your core better while you're doing all the rest of the exercise. You got to remember, guys, the core is what balances your body. Okay? If you don't have a strong core, you're going to end up hurting yourself. So you always have to make sure that you work in the core. You guys understand the scapular dip? Okay? If you're a little, smaller than I am or whatever, I mean, there's all these things you can do. I got my baby chairs. My little baby chairs. All right? My little girl's baby chairs. I mean, the boxes, whatever you can find, just get it done. Okay? Any questions on that? No, we're good? All right, good. Okay. I hope so. All right. The last exercise I'm going to show you guys. Okay. Last exercise. Parents, if you don't have furniture movers, it's time to get yourself some. Okay? They're fairly inexpensive. And I'm sure they're not going, they're not like toilet papers. They're actually in store. Okay? All right. So this one is probably one of my favorite exercises to do as a breaststroker. And it's all about motion. Oh, sorry. Scapular dips. I'm sorry. I would do also 3 times 10. 3 times 10 is fine. Or 3 times 15 if you feel like you need to do more. But don't go exaggerate. Don't go past 15. I think that's enough for the dips because you're really focusing on the back muscles. So if I show you guys this, let me show you guys exactly what muscles we're hitting. with the scapular dip. All right. When you're doing the scapular dip, you're hitting the back muscles right here. And that's your breaststroke muscles. Okay. That's that raising up muscle. All right. You understand? So yeah, I would do 3 times 15. All right. That'll be all good. Now, this one, Vito, I know you're going to love this one. Max, you're probably going to enjoy this one a lot. And, you know, to my great breaststrokers out there, Bailey and Anna, I know you guys are going to love this stuff. Okay? So, as you know, you can see I'm raising myself up above the ground a little bit. Okay? I don't want to be level with the ground, so you got to put yourself up a little bit. Okay? Not too high up, but enough. All right? Okay. So, I'm going to dip my chest down. All right? Place my arms forward. Let me give you more space here so you can see me. Okay. Arms forward here. Head in position. And we're literally going to do the breaststroke motion. Okay. So first is going to be the catch. All right. You're going to catch. And then you're going to follow through with the stroke. So again, catch. Up. Shoot. Catch. Shoot. Catch. Shoot. When you are catching abs, if your abs are not tight, there's no power. You're doing everything with your arms. Okay? When you catch, the abs got to be nice and tight. All right? When you're ready to go forward, you're going to come in here. Now, you see my elbows are in front of me. They're not beside me. They're not behind me. They're in front of me. Okay? Elbows are in front of me. When I shoot, sliding forward, it's all about the abs being tight. Okay? Catch. Shoot. Catch. Shoot. It's the motion that matters. It's all about the motion. Now, this exercise, I love it. It's one of my favorite exercises. When I was a breaststroker, I did it. It was fun. It was cool. And it's difficult. It's not easy. But again, you have to make sure you're engaging the core. All these exercises are all about engaging the core. If you could engage the core, you'll be on money. Okay? And that, I would do that. That I like to go up a little bit because I'm crazy a little bit. 3 times 20. 3 times 20. Okay? That's, I call it furniture movers breaststroke catch. You know, we're not necessarily catching with your hands, but the actual motion here allows us to understand and start using your forearm muscles, your tricep muscles. Okay? As you're coming up, using those tricep muscles and forward. Okay? Any questions on that last one? I'm telling you, that's the fun. Even if you're not a breaststroker, you're going to enjoy that one. It's just a fun exercise. You're engaging your abs, your lower back, your upper back, your chest, your arm. I mean, you're engaging the entire upper body. The stronger we could get on the catch and the shooting part, the stronger we get there, man, I'm telling you, breaststroke and even fly. Because fly, okay, that part is fly, okay? Same thing as fly, but in here right now, we're doing breaststroke. In. Okay? Take your time with it. Don't go crazy. Don't go too fast. Take your time and, you know, do the exercise correctly. Make sure you're catching correctly. You're bringing your elbows in front of you. Your abs are tight and shooting forward. All right? Any questions on any of the exercises, guys? Okay? So, if I were to do my backstroke, they seated on the physio ball, on the ball, where you raise your arm up, I'll do maybe, I don't know, 3 times, what'd I say? 3 times 20 or a minute or something like that. No, 3 times 20, right and left, right? No questions, you're good. Physio ball crunches, just add it to your ab exercise. The forward dumbbell deltoids 3 times 10. No, don't exaggerate past 12. Scapular push-ups on elbows, 3 times 15 at most. Furniture movers, catching, I love those, so 3 times 20. And scapular dips, you know, 3 times 10, 3 times 15 at most. No questions on all those things, guys. I mean, this is, we're going to have to do a couple of these because I want to keep you guys working. When we get back, we're going to be stronger than we ever been. That's the reason why I want to keep doing this. Okay? I'm working out as best as I can too, just because I feel uh, like a fish out of water. I miss you coaching you guys. I miss grinding and watching you guys work as hard as you can. I absolutely miss seeing you guys train, seeing you guys do whatever it takes to try to get faster. This is a moment that we could all really focus in and try to understand our techniques better without being in the water. So when we do get in, we have this big hard reset and we could fix the details that we've been missing. Okay. We could fix the muscles that we've neglected for years. So don't look at this as, oh, this sucks. This is the worst thing. This might be an actual blessing for our team. For DCS, this might actually be a blessing for us. I know I miss you guys, and I know you guys miss being in the water, but if we focus on the right things, like I said on my video, you could take the pool away from us, but you're not going to take the champion away from us. That's the truth. You know, every single one of you come to practice every day for what? For fun, for joking around, for playing. You come to do all of those because you love what you do. You don't come to just goof around and do nothing. You come because you love what you do. And this is why I think this is actually going to be a pretty good thing for us. We're going to learn how to work our technique better because of this. We're going to learn how to focus on goals because of it. But you have to do that. You have to push. You have to push that commitment. You have to make sure you're doing the right things. You have to make sure you're training hard. It's not your mom. It's not your dad that's got to remind you to train. No, it's you. If you're not doing it, then you're not pushing. Okay? Yeah, that's my cat. And you guys got to remember that. All right? So, all right. And guys, remember this. No matter what it is, respect what you do. Respect every aspect of everything that you're trying to accomplish. I can't have responsibility for your swimming. You have to have it first. Okay? If you have it first, then I'm able to help you. But if you don't push, I can't do the exercise for you. Doesn't matter how much I try. You know, doesn't matter how much I do the exercises. You won't get faster if I do it. You have to do it. Okay? You guys have any questions? If not, I'm thinking we're gonna do this again on Wednesday. And when we do it on Wednesday, I want you guys to tell me what you think about the exercises. What did you feel? How did you feel it? I think we're gonna do Wednesday. I say 6 o'clock for senior group again. Okay, 6 o'clock for senior group again. And on Wednesday, and I'll have more exercises probably to add, more freestyle and fly more than likely. And but keep doing these exercises, guys. Let's keep working hard. Okay, that works for me. Works for you guys. Anytime you want to access this video, just go to the YouTube account, the DCS account, and watch the video. Cut to the parts that you need to go to, and you know you can see the exercise. You can see what I'm talking about. And always remember, it's about motion, the motion, the motion. It's not about how heavy or how strong you are. It's about doing the motion and doing it correctly. Okay. Other than that, guys, hey, that's it for today. I hope you guys, clear up a little knowledge in yourself. Again, I want to see those goals, both the time goals, the breakdown of them, and your technique goals. And hey, if you're sad, train harder. I miss you guys a lot, and I know we're going to be back in the water soon. So let's keep working hard. Let's keep doing what we do. All right? All right, guys. Peace out. If you got any questions, ask it right now. If you don't, have a good rest of your day and start working hard. Okay? All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. Y'all have a good day. DCS Life, baby. That's what it's all about.